Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday the 17th of October today. It is coincidentally my wedding anniversary with my lovely wife Jasmine. We've been together for 3 years. Well, we've been married for 3 years. We've been together for the better part of 14 years. It's been quite a long journey, and we're definitely not over yet. Pretty exciting. So we're not doing anything fancy. We're just gonna chill out, have some of our favourite takeaway for dinner, and just relax. We have the weekend off. Our daughter is going to be getting babysat for the weekend, so we have a nice weekend off. We can go to the movies, we can relax and do what we want. So that's our little treat to ourselves. But I'm here to talk about Monkey Junk. I want to talk to you guys about Monkey Junk and let you know how things are going with Monkey Junk. And I want to get pretty personal here in the 10 to 15 minutes I actually have to chat to you guys. So, as some of you would know, and if you don't know, the Kickstarter was funded. We reached our goal just. We got over, I think it was $3,100 with our $3,000 goal, which is fantastic. To be brutally honest, I was striving for more. I would have wanted to push it as hard as possible, but it was a really hard push. A lot of work went into it. So, but we made it. Super happy with the result. Super happy with the fact that I get to print the book and send it out to as many people as I possibly can. Get it into comic shops and everything like that. The downside with this, now, it's not a downside of the Kickstarter, well, it's all part and parcel. Everything's sort of an amalgamation of things, but what ended up happening was I went through a really severe burnout over the weekend. So had everything running up to the Kickstarter on the Friday afternoon. Then I actually went out to the movies to see Venom with a friend, which was really good. I enjoyed it. And then on Saturday, I had a drawing event at Secret Headquarters Comics in Beaconsfield. My first time doing a drawing event there, but it was super fun. Really enjoyed myself, and busy. It was just busy the whole time. I think I was only there for a better part of 4-ish hours. Managed to get like 6 or 7 pieces done in that time, but happy with what I did. Being quick sketches, like I couldn't really invest a lot of time into them, but was happy sort of with the results that I got with the time that I was allowed. And the response was great. Met some new people, made some new fans. They now follow me on Instagram and such. After that, got home, and I should say actually I got to do the session with Craig Bruin, who, for those of you in the Australian comic scene, know him from his comic From Above. He also has a webcomic called Bark and Bone, which you guys can check out on Webtoons. Craig's an awesome guy. He sort of took a bit of hiatus on comics and things, and he's now, I think he's back. I hope I'll see him back more in a larger capacity. I should apologise for the background noise. You can probably tell it's raining at the moment by the rain on the window there. This is my favourite kind of weather, by the way. I absolutely love this weather. So, that happened. I got home. I was exhausted. Long week. Long morning, early morning as well, because I'd gotten up to work on Monkey Junk too, and seriously just wanted to lay down. But we had a commitment. We were catching up with some friends, which I really wanted to do as well. Sort of a toss-up cycle. I really want to stay at home and relax. I really want to catch up with friends. I don't really catch up with friends that often, so I'm going to take the opportunity to catch up with some friends. Great idea. Had a great night. Was absolutely demolished by the end of the day. Sunday came along, had a morning commitment, and then I was pretty much wiped out and didn't do anything. So it's worth pointing out, throughout all of this, I really haven't had a lot of chance to even reflect on the Kickstarter, contact people about the Kickstarter and say thank you and etc. So my mind's already like freaking out that I haven't done what I always set out to do and be as sort of consistent and timely as possible for people. So Sunday, got home after our sort of morning commitments, ended up having a nap till about 4 o'clock. Was absolutely wiped still. Just the rest of the day was an entire write-off, did nothing. Monday rolls around, I had work. the last place I really wanted to be at that time was work, because that wipeout, that real burnout that I was going through had shifted into a depressive episode, and I was very much not in a good state of mind where I wanted to be, and it was really rough. I was having a really hard time with it. Thankfully, because I had to go to work and I pushed myself to go to work, I just had to nut up, get the work done, and I'm going to do the work efficiently. That's my job. I get paid to do the job properly. So by the end of the day, sorry, I have to collect my thoughts here. By the end of the day, I'd sort of started to come right. This was also mixed with the excitement that Tuesday, which was yesterday, I had a big event to go to in the city. I actually noticed one person there who unfortunately don't talk to anymore, who I really wanted to actually talk to and level some things, but there was didn't get the opportunity to, which is sad. I wanted to sort of just write things up there, but I did see familiar faces at this event. The event was called Success Squared. Now, for anyone who's pretty much been on YouTube or Instagram or anything and is trying to start their own business, probably has heard of Gary Vee or Gary Vaynerchuk. This event, he was the headliner for this event, and it was essentially just one big conference featuring founders and CEOs of companies giving, I suppose, motivational talks or keynotes to motivate and push you into the right direction to become successful. And it was quite good. Saw the founder of Boost, the founder of Booktopia, one guy who was making a living just selling products on Amazon, another guy who had pretty much figured out an arbitrage on real estate and how you can do that, and there's someone else who just, half of it was a big marketing pitch. Like 3 out of the 6 guys were just marketing their products. The other 3, one of them being Gary Vee, were really genuine and just talking about what they did, what their beliefs are, what helped them make a successful business, etc. So it lit a fire up my ass, almost literally. I want to say almost literally. I actually got drowned out afterwards because the rain was just torrential. But seeing them, listening to them, taking notes, getting into them, understanding the process of their minds, what helps them make their business successful, how they see their businesses, etc., really sort of pushed me in a really cool direction now, where for the most part it was all thinking about my illustration, my comic books, most primarily Monkey Junk, and my business as an artist and what I can do to grow it, get it into as much reach as possible, and make it an actual viable business, which would almost seem difficult because, pardon me, the idea of just making one comic book a whole business almost seems absolutely ridiculous, but anything's actually ridiculous. Anything can be ridiculous until proven. And to say that only one property couldn't make you, a living is just a whole lot of bullcrap, I think. I'm sure there's people out there who have done it. In fact, one of the things I need to start doing now is to research how I've done it. I actually tweeted a question to Gary Vee and he answered it on stage, which was really cool. The answer was obvious, but it was definitely sort of an eye-opener of like, shit, I really should do that, but I don't know if I can afford to do that. And now it's the process of how can I either afford to do that, or how can I find a similar process that'll cost me less to do it. So unless I find an investor or something like that, but I mean, that's the whole point of Kickstarter. So if only this had happened before the Kickstarter, I think things would have gone a little bit differently, but it doesn't matter. Either way, I've got a fire under my ass and I'm ready to go. It was really exciting, and now waking up today, give me 1 second. I just discovered that you can pause the video while you're recording, which is fantastic, because my sniffly hay fevery nose was really getting too much. So, and you guys didn't need to see that. That would have been gross. So I'm back. This changes things. That's really handy actually if I'm going to be doing more videos like this. So, where was I? Yes, fire, comic, property. It's all happening. I've been speaking to Lee about things a little bit too, with different ideas of how we want to push the comic and how we want to push the property now, looking at Monkey Junk more as a product. So we as the brand, you know, me the artist being the brand, pushing Monkey Junk the product, where eventually Monkey Junk becomes the brand, and then there's products branching off of that brand. It's, yeah, really interesting, really eye-opening, and it got me excited. Next to that, after that, you know, I'm more motivated now. I'm feeling a lot better, which is good. I think it was a matter of I just needed to, I didn't, that burnout, as horrible as it was, like, it was such a gross weekend, sort of emotionally and physically for me, was something I actually direly needed, I think, because when I look back at it, I was exhausted because I've been working my ass off. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here and be humble about the fact I fucking worked my ass off for that whole Kickstarter. You ask anyone who was around me at that time, every fucking day I spent promoting the comic, creating promotional material, emailing people, contacting people, talking to people, setting up advertising campaigns, replying to emails on Kickstarter, coming up with new reward options, coming up with different tiers, having to create new images for that. I then created a secondary video for the Kickstarter. I had to create new banners. I fucking went nuts. And on top of that, I still spent every day working on the fucking comic book. I spent minimum of 30 minutes every day drawing the book, making sure I can get a page out a week for my patrons, for everyone who reads the webcomic online for free. On top of that, I'm still working on my client work. Now, sometimes, I'm gonna get a bit preachy here, sometimes I see fucking people telling me that I don't have time to work on my comics, I've got all these great ideas, but I just don't have the time. I've got a family, and you know, I've got a job, I work full time, and then I have to catch the train, and then that takes me 2 hours in my day, and I don't give a fuck. Do your shit. If you really cared about it, you'd do it. And I'll fucking stand here and attest to that. I will literally stand up and tell you that you're just full of shit. Either you care enough about the comic book, or you just want to be talk. You can be talk, I don't care. You can be talk. But when you don't deliver, that's going to show. When you talk about this comic that you love doing, or this comic that you have a great passion about, etc., etc., and then nothing happens, and a year later people go, oh, where's this? Now, I'm saying this because I was there. I did that. I was that person. I was 100% that person who talked a big game about this awesome comic that I was working on, and a year later, 2 years later, people say, hey man, whatever happened to that comic? And it never happened. I fucked around, I wasted my time, I was an idiot 20-something-year-old who just thought it was cool to be in the comic book scene, you know, create one comic, get into the scene, get to know the people, bump shoulders, and then I was in. That's fucking bullshit. Now, I'm in it for the long haul. Now I understand my needs and my wants, and I think I needed that. I think I needed to be an idiot about it, to have a stupid perspective on it, to get burnt out or to get burned, and then look around, reevaluate, come up with product that I really believed in, and then execute it. And I'm sure whatever project it is you're working on, you will get that fire. But if you just let it smolder and just keep talking a big game and not being proactive about it, then nothing's gonna fucking happen. You're gonna lose followers. You're gonna have all these people getting pumped up for nothing, for literally nothing. Just fucking do it. Like, it's hard work. Yeah, it is. It's fucking hard work. Making comics is a shit industry. Like, I work full time. I have a family. I have friends. I have commitments. But I also have a project. I have a goal. I have a dream. And for me to wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning to achieve that dream just makes sense. Like, just because, you know, you have commitments and shit, work around it, figure it out, figure out a solution. I remember someone telling me recently, there's no problem, there's just solutions waiting to be found. Now, if you keep going on about this problem of time, etc., etc., the solution's simple. The solution is just go out, figure out where your commitments are, figure out where your time lies, and just pop it in there. 30 minutes a day, that's all it takes. I did it at the start of the year, built the habit, now here I am. I got my first issue done, and kickstarted, funded completely. I've got my second issue pretty much halfway done. I think I just finished up page 7 this morning. I just have to do the lettering on it. Done. What's your excuse? Just do it. Alright, I'm going. I've got nothing else to say. Pretty sure I've said my piece now. This isn't the episode I thought it was going to be, but hopefully this lit a little fire under your ass and you'll start making your comic or your project, whatever it is, your book that you're writing, or your poems, or your statues, or whatever, your music, whatever creative outlet you've got. For whatever reason you're watching this video, just go out and fucking do it. Alright? Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for listening to my profusive curses. And I will see you very soon for more making Monkey Junk. I can't even remember the Monkey Junk vlog. I can't remember what this shit's called. It's been a few days. Alright, see you later. Goodbye.